Welcome back to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're counting down 3 amazing US coins that look simple but could be worth a small fortune. Some of these coins have sold for thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. You might have seen these coins before and never realized their true value. So stay with us until the end, because one of these rare coins might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Let's get started. Top 1. The 2005 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark. At first glance, it may appear to be just another modern 10-cent coin, especially if it has been in circulation and shows small scratches and signs of wear. However, certain rare examples of this coin have drawn serious interest from collectors, and in today's auction market, some pieces have been estimated to reach values close to $300,000. The Roosevelt dime series has been part of American coinage since 1946. The coin was introduced to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt after his passing in 1945. Roosevelt was widely respected not only for leading the United States through the Great Depression and World War II, but also for his strong support of the March of Dimes campaign, which helped raise funds to fight polio. Because of his connection to that organization, the dime became the perfect coin to carry his portrait. The design of the Roosevelt dime is simple but recognizable. On the front of the coin, you will see the portrait of President Roosevelt facing left. The words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date appear around the portrait. On the reverse side of the coin, there is a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, with an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength. This design has remained mostly unchanged for decades, making the Roosevelt dime one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. The 2005 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint. The small letter D located near the date identifies where the coin was struck. Millions of these dimes were produced to support everyday commerce, and most of them are still only worth their face value of 10 cents. However, collectors often search through modern coins looking for rare varieties, unusual minting errors, or coins that show distinctive characteristics. The coin described here is considered circulated, which means it has been used in everyday transactions. A circulated coin often shows signs of wear from being handled, carried in pockets, and passed through cash registers over time. This particular coin is described as being in very fine condition, which means that while it does show scratches and light wear, the majority of its design details are still clear and recognizable. When a Roosevelt dime is graded as very fine, the main details of Roosevelt's portrait are still visible. The outline of his hair, face, and clothing remains clear, although some of the finer lines may appear slightly smooth from years of use. On the reverse side, the torch and branches are still well defined, and the lettering remains readable. Even though the coin may have small scratches or marks from circulation, collectors still consider very fine coins to be attractive examples of historical currency. One of the main reasons collectors become excited about coins like the 2005 Roosevelt dime is the possibility of mint errors or rare die varieties. During the coin minting process, coins are struck using specially engraved metal dies. Occasionally, something unusual occurs during production. A die might become slightly misaligned, develop cracks, or strike the coin more than once. These small production mistakes can create unique features, such as doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual design marks. When a rare mint error is discovered on a coin from a widely collected series, like the Roosevelt dime, collectors often compete to acquire it. The rarity of the error, combined with strong collector demand, can push auction prices extremely high. This is one reason why certain rare examples of the 2005 Roosevelt dime have been estimated to reach values as high as $300,000 in special coin auctions. Another factor that influences value is the growing popularity of coin collecting itself. Many collectors enjoy searching through modern coins because it offers the exciting possibility of discovering something valuable in ordinary change. Stories of rare coins being found in pocket change continue to inspire collectors around the world. If you ever come across a 2005 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark, it can be worth taking a closer look. Carefully examine the date, the mint mark, and the details of the design. Using a magnifying glass can help reveal unusual features such as doubling, die cracks, or other small variations that might make the coin more valuable than it appears. Collectors also recommend handling coins carefully to prevent further damage. Coins should be held by their edges rather than touching the flat surfaces. Storing them in protective holders or coin albums can help protect them from moisture, dust, and additional scratches. Proper care ensures that the coin's condition remains stable for future collectors. Coin collecting continues to be one of the most fascinating hobbies because it combines history, art, and the excitement of discovery. A coin that once passed through everyday transactions might later become a rare and valuable collectible. It is amazing to think that a small dime could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to the right collector. Top 2. The 1926 Buffalo nickel with no mint mark. Even in circulated condition with scratches, rusty surfaces, and visible wear, some rare examples of this coin have been estimated to reach values close to $200,000 in today's competitive auction market. The 1926 Buffalo nickel is part of one of the most iconic coin series ever produced in the United States. This coin series was minted from 1913 to 1938 and is admired by collectors for its bold and uniquely American design. The front of the coin features the powerful portrait of a Native American figure, created by the talented sculptor James Earl Fraser. The design was inspired by several Native American leaders and represents strength, heritage, and the spirit of the American frontier. On the reverse side of the coin, you will see a large American bison, often referred to as a buffalo, standing on a raised mound. This design is what gave the coin its popular nickname, the Buffalo nickel. The 1926 Buffalo nickel, with no mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that period, coins minted in Philadelphia usually did not include a mint mark, while coins from other mints such as Denver or San Francisco carried small letters like D or S. Although millions of Buffalo nickels were produced during the 1920s, many of them did not survive in good condition because they circulated heavily in everyday commerce. As a result, collectors today are constantly searching for well-preserved or unusual examples of these historic coins. The example described here is a circulated coin, meaning it spent time being used in daily transactions. Circulated coins often show clear signs of use, including scratches, worn surfaces, and fading details. In this case, the coin is described as being in fine condition with rusty areas and noticeable marks. Despite these imperfections, collectors still value coins like this because of their historical importance and the possibility that they may contain rare characteristics. When a Buffalo nickel is graded as fine, it means that although the coin has moderate wear, many of the main features are still visible. On the front of the coin, the outline of the Native American portrait can still be clearly recognized, though some of the finer details in the hair and facial features may be worn down. On the reverse side, the buffalo's large body remains visible, but smaller details such as the fur texture or the raised mound beneath the buffalo may appear smooth from years of circulation. The date is still readable, although on many Buffalo nickels the date tends to wear down quickly over time. One of the reasons collectors pay special attention to coins like the 1926 Buffalo nickel is the possibility of mint errors or rare die varieties. During the minting process, coins are struck using metal dies that press the design into blank pieces of metal. Occasionally, something unusual happens during this process. A die might crack, shift slightly, or strike the coin more than once. These small mistakes can create unique features, such as doubled letters, off-center designs, or unusual marks that make the coin much rarer than standard examples. When collectors discover a coin with one of these rare variations, its value can increase dramatically. Because buffalo nickels are already one of the most beloved coin series among collectors, unusual examples can attract intense bidding at auctions. This demand is one reason why certain rare versions of the 1926 buffalo nickel have been estimated to reach values close to $200,000 in today's market. Another factor that adds to the appeal of the buffalo nickel is its historical connection to early 20th century America. These coins were used during a time when the United States was experiencing major changes, including economic growth, cultural transformation, and the years leading up to the Great Depression. Holding a buffalo nickel today is like holding a small piece of American history that has traveled through many decades. If you ever come across a 1926 buffalo nickel with no mint mark, it is always a good idea to examine it closely. Look carefully at the date, the surface of the coin, and the details of the buffalo and the portrait. Even small variations or unusual features can make a big difference in value. Using a magnifying glass can help reveal tiny details that may not be visible at first glance. Collectors also recommend handling coins carefully to protect their condition. Coins should be held by the edges rather than touching the surfaces directly. Storing them in protective holders or coin albums can help prevent further scratches, moisture damage, or corrosion. Proper care helps preserve the coin's value and ensures that it can be enjoyed by future collectors. Coin collecting is full of exciting stories about unexpected discoveries. Valuable coins have been found in pocket change, inherited collections, and forgotten containers of old coins. A small nickel that once purchased everyday items decades ago could now be worth an extraordinary amount to the right collector. Top 3. The 1985 5-cent coin with a P mint mark. While it may look like an ordinary nickel that has been used in daily transactions, certain rare examples of this coin have drawn attention from collectors and auction houses. In today's auction market, some rare pieces have been estimated to reach values as high as $350,000. The 5-cent coin of the United States is commonly known as the Jefferson nickel. This coin series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the famous buffalo nickel design that had been used for many years. The Jefferson nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of the most important figures in American history, and the third president of the United States. Jefferson was known for writing the Declaration of Independence and for his role in shaping the early government of the country. On the front of the coin, you will see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left. The inscriptions Liberty, the date, and the phrase, "In God We Trust," appear around the portrait. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia. The building is shown in a detailed and balanced design along with the words United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 5 cents. The 1985 5-cent coin with the P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. For many years, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint did not carry a mint mark. However, beginning in the late 20th century, the Mint began using the letter P to identify coins made in Philadelphia. The small P mint mark located near the date helps collectors identify the coin's place of origin. Although millions of these coins were produced in 1985, collectors are always searching for special examples that stand out from the rest. The coin described here is considered circulated, meaning it has been used in everyday commerce and passed through many hands over the years. Because of circulation, the coin may show light scratches, small marks, and signs of wear from being carried in pockets and handled during transactions. Despite these signs of use, the coin is described as being in very fine condition. In the grading system used by collectors, very fine means that the coin still shows most of its important design details, even though it has experienced moderate wear. On the front of the coin, Jefferson's facial features remain clear, and the outline of his hair and coat can still be seen. On the reverse side, the image of Monticello remains visible, and many of the architectural lines of the building can still be recognized even if some of the finer details have softened with time. One reason collectors examine coins like the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel so carefully is the possibility of mint errors or unusual die varieties. During the coin minting process, metal blanks are struck by heavy dies that press the design into the surface of the coin. Occasionally, something unusual happens during this process. The dies might shift slightly, develop cracks, or strike the coin more than once. These small manufacturing errors can create features such as doubled letters, off-center designs, or other unusual marks that make the coin far rarer than normal examples. When collectors discover a coin with one of these rare characteristics, the value can increase dramatically. Because the Jefferson nickel series is widely collected, unusual varieties can attract strong attention at auctions. This high demand among collectors is one of the reasons why some rare examples of the 1985 5-cent coin with the P Mint mark have been estimated to reach values around $350,000 in the modern coin market. Another important factor that affects a coin's value is the growing interest in coin collecting around the world. Many collectors enjoy searching through everyday coins in hopes of discovering something rare and valuable. Stories of valuable coins found in pocket change continue to inspire people to look more closely at the coins they receive. If you ever come across a 1985 5-cent coin with a P Mint mark, it may be worth taking a closer look before spending it. Carefully examine the date, the mint mark, and the details of the design. A magnifying glass can help reveal small features such as doubling, die cracks, or other unusual marks that might increase the coin's value. Collectors also recommend handling coins carefully to preserve their condition. Coins should be held by their edges to prevent fingerprints from damaging the surface. Storing them in protective holders or coin albums can help protect them from moisture, dust, and additional scratches over time. Coin collecting is a hobby full of surprises and discoveries. A coin that once bought a small, everyday item decades ago might now be worth an extraordinary amount of money to the right collector. The idea that a simple nickel could become a valuable collector's item is one of the reasons why so many people continue to search through their coins.